there's a secret hiding in plain sight. It's right there on every price tag at places like Walmart and Costco. And it's the key to a question that I bet every single one of us has asked at some point. You know the one, you're at the checkout, you look at the total, and you just think, how? How are these prices so impossibly low? Well, it's definitely not magic. And believe it or not, it's about way more than just buying in bulk. The real answer? Well, it reveals this absolutely fascinating economic machine working behind the scenes. So let's dive right in. The secret isn't just one thing. It's this perfectly engineered system. And to really get it, we've got to look at the financial DNA of these companies. It tells a story in three really powerful parts. First up, the most obvious piece of the puzzle, but maybe not in the way you're thinking. Their absolutely colossal size. This is where all their power really begins. Okay, so the logic of scale creates this incredible self-feeding cycle of savings. I mean, when you buy more stuff than pretty much anyone else on the entire planet, you don't just ask for a discount, you command it. This power lets him create their own brands, Great Value or Kirkland, and just cut out the middleman completely. On top of that, they build their own hyper-efficient logistics networks, driving the shipping cost for each item down to just pennies. It's a level of bargaining power that almost nobody else has. To really wrap your head around what huge quantities means, just look at this number, $164 billion. Now get this, that's not Walmart sales for a whole year. Nope. According to their financial reports, that's their net sales for a single quarter. When you're moving that kind of volume, you fundamentally change the entire economic equation of retail. But look, scale is only the first part of the story. The second part of the strategy is, well, you could argue it's even more important. It's not just about how much money they make, it's about how fast they move that money. This is a concept from the finance world called the cash conversion cycle. Okay, in the simplest terms, this is about how long a company's cash is tied up in stuff sitting on a shelf that it hasn't sold yet. For any business, the goal is to make this cycle as short as possible. But what if you could actually make it negative? A simple lemonade stand analogy makes this super clear. So picture this. You've got a lemonade stand. First thing you have to do is buy the lemons and sugar, right? That's your inventory. You spend your money, then you sell the lemonade, and then you finally get your cash back so you can pay your supplier, in this case, your parents. All that time, your own money is tied up until you can make those sales. And this right here, this is the absolute genius of the Walmart and Costco model. They're so massive and so efficient that they sell that box of cereal to you, they take your cash at the register, and only then, often weeks later, do they actually pay the company that made the cereal. They're not using their own cash to stock the shelves. They are, in effect, using their supplier's money. It's almost like they're getting paid to hold inventory. It's wild. And hey, don't just take my word for it. This is a direct quote from Walmart's own quarterly report. They call it a working capital deficit, which is really just fancy finance speak for this exact strategy. This isn't a bug in their system. It's the absolute core feature of their entire economic engine. So here's the crucial point where it all comes together. When you combine that massive scale with a negative cash conversion cycle, you can do something most retailers can only dream of. You can build a hugely profitable business while making almost no money on each individual thing you sell. Most retailers kind of fall into one of two camps. You've got specialty stores that make a nice, healthy profit on each item, but they sell fewer of them. Walmart and Costco have perfected the exact opposite, the low-cost, high-volume model. Their entire goal is to sell a mind-boggling amount of stuff at tiny, tiny markups. They're not trying to make dollars per item, they want to make pennies, but they want to make them billions and billions of times over. So just how tiny are we talking? Well, that same Walmart financial report shows their operating margin was just 4.4%. That means for every single dollar in sales, they took home just over 4 cents in operating profit. And that number isn't a sign of weakness at all. It's a sign of a perfectly tuned machine running exactly as it was designed to. So what do they do with all that cash, that mountain of cash generated from selling billions of items at a tiny profit? Well, that's where this all leads. This incredibly efficient machine is doing way more than just saving you money today. It's literally funding the entire future of retail. The billions of dollars in cash flowing through this system are being poured directly into dominating what comes next. It's funding a massive e-commerce operation that's now profitable. It's paying for automated warehouses and robotic supply chains.
It's building a huge, and I mean huge, digital advertising business called Walmart Connect. And it's what makes it possible for you to get your groceries or even your prescriptions delivered to your door in under an hour. So, the next time you see one of those low price tags, think about the engine humming away behind it. It's not just a simple discount, it's the end result of a powerful system built on scale, speed, and razor thin margins. A system that is actively building the next generation of retail, one penny at a time.